Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanso, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get into today's topic here. So I want to talk about something that I've noticed, and it's really embarrassing for a lot of these guys because these guys used to be competitive people. But I've noticed a lot of NBA players, especially in the last 5 years, who have really just been turning themselves into LeBron cucks. I'm being serious right now. You had guys, for example, like Paul Pierce, who we're going to talk about momentarily, that was a real life rival to LeBron, or young LeBron, when they used to have these classic battles in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Kevin Garnett, who was a real adversary of LeBron and the Heat and all of that. And so many other guys. But after some time watching these guys in media and they settled in, it's like they all became open to the idea of just twerking it up for LeBron James. When they came into the field, there was a lot of resistance. But now it's almost like the thing to do is just ride LeBron's meat sack every single time you open your mouth. I've noticed people like Nick Young doing it, Brandon Jennings doing it, Paul Pierce doing it, so many people. And for example, you see people having a conversation about Michael Jordan, and they'll be talking about Kobe Bryant, for example, and they'll be like, "Oh, but that doesn't mean I don't want to take a big thing from LeBron." It's like they must always throw that in. They must always kiss that ass. And I'm noticing, what's going on here? And it's a behavioral pattern that I'm noticing noticing from a lot of these guys, to the point where it looks like they're zombies. Like they're not even thinking anymore. And then they just end up saying crazy things. So Kevin Garnett has a show with Paul Pierce. And then Paul Pierce is sitting there, and then all of a sudden he just starts twerking it up on the seat. And then he goes, "Yeah, man, LeBron James has been the face of the NBA since he pretty much got into the NBA." And then all hell broke loose on the panel, on the show between him and Kevin Garnett, because Kevin Garnett absolutely snapped when he heard that. Take a listen to what KG had to say here.
Right? Oh, man. So let me ask you, was Jordan the face of the league before he won? LeBron was the face of the league when he came in. LeBron started being the face of the league right away.
Man. Then if you thought Bron was the face of the league
in his second, third year.
If you thought Bron was the league.
By second, third year, he was face.
Then I don't know what league you was watching.
Nike dropped the bag on him.
Yeah, they dropped the bag on him, but
it was just like.
Bron was.
Boom.
He was just young Bron. He wasn't nothing special. Wasn't nobody.
You guys were still in the league. Kobe and Shaq were still in the league.
That's what I'm saying.
I think some people were ahead of him in 06.
Yeah, a lot of people was ahead of him, but you saying the marketing behind him.
You said the face of the league. That's exactly what you said. You said Bron was the face of the league.
So what did you say? What did you not say? Like second, third year?
No, the was it with Kobe in the league? Lord, you blow. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop. Go ahead, Lord. I don't know what Lord talking about. Lord say.
That's crazy.
Lord, you.
All right, obviously the Knicks, they don't have home court, so it's not New York till game 3. But
So you heard what Kevin Garnett had to say. Kevin Garnett is 100% correct. We were all watching ball back then, bro. All of us. All of us was watching ball back then. We knew who we was talking about. I remember, first of all, from when I remember when I started watching, around 2000, the dude that everybody was talking about at that time, yeah, you had Shaq, yeah, you had Kobe, you had Duncan and all of them, but the dude that everybody was just infatuated with was Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson from 2002, 2001 was that dude. He was that dude. He was like a rock star. Then you had Kobe in them, but then LeBron came into the league. But LeBron didn't just come in with hype, because he came in with a lot of hype, but there were other people who came in with a draft class. It was him, Carmelo Anthony, and then D Wade kind of was the guy that had a chip on his shoulder. because I think he was like the fifth pick, and he felt like he was picked too low in the 2000 and no, it wasn't 2003. Was it 2003? I think it was like the 2003 draft. Yeah, 2003. What am I saying? I was going to say 2005. 2003. But at that point, you already had established dudes in the league. At every single, there was no LeBron was not the face of the NBA at that point. We all know. The dudes we were talking about was like T-Mac, Kobe, Duncan, Shaq. Those are the guys that we were talking. LeBron started getting into the conversation like around 2007, 8. That's when he started really getting into the conversation. And then that's when Nike now decided to do that whole Puppets commercial where Nike wanted LeBron and the Lakers to meet in the finals. Kobe made it. LeBron did not make it, and they messed up that entire thing. LeBron really, thrusted himself in the spotlight. That became when he was a free agent in 2010, the summer of 2010, after the Lakers won the title. Kobe was the biggest thing on earth, like up to 2010. So that whole free agency thing became the big thing. And then it became the Miami Heat and all of that. But to say that he was the face in year 2, you're saying that LeBron was the face in 2005? What? 2005? Are you being serious? And the part that makes it worse is that Paul Pierce was there. You could understand if a dumbass LeBron fan says that. That's pretty much par for the course. They're known to say a lot of wild things, right? Because when they study NBA history, they only study LeBron's history. That's it. They don't know anything about anything else. But for a person that was there competing against this guy, that's crazy to say. That is absolutely crazy to say. Victor Wembanyama, I believe, had more of this thing that Paul Pierce is trying to describe than, like, saying Victor Wembanyama is the face of the NBA in year 3, Mike, there's more truth to that than there was LeBron. There's more truth to that. Like Victor's here. Victor's like, they win the title, he's the best player in the world. It's done. Like, and it's going to be done for a while. It wasn't as definitive back then. There were too many things going. There were too many megastars in the game at the time for Paul Pierce to say this. And again, the saddest part about Paul's comments are he was there. He was there. He was playing. That's the saddest part about it. That's the saddest part of it all. And I didn't even like, and then when LeBron came, it was LeBron and then Stephen Curry emerged. And then it's been LeBron and Steph. And Steph is more popular than, like, Stephen Curry brings in more ratings than LeBron James. I know that. He sells more jerseys than him, especially as of recent. Stephen Curry is just as much the face of the NBA as LeBron James is. Stephen Curry is there, bro. Like, he's there as well. We must not forget Stephen Curry. These are my thoughts.